Dear with everyone, welcome back to my sitting room. My name is Diesel and you are as always most welcome. Today we're going to be reviewing a book. Yay! We're going to be reviewing Under the Empyrean Sky. It is the first book in the Heartland trilogy and it is by Chuck Wendig, I think. I don't think. I know it is, but pronunciation, you know the drill. So, what's it all about? Well, I've tried to explain it, and when that didn't work out, I tried to read it to you off Goodreads, but the punctuation is so bad in the description that I have pretty much no idea how to explain it. So I'm just going to do a short run through. The book is about a teenage boy called Kale, or KL, not really sure. He lives in a place called the Heartlands, which is the poor area of kind of a two-tier system. There's the Heartlands and then there's the Empyrean, who are like the government and all the rich people, and they live in floating cities above the Heartland. The Heartlanders are only allowed to grow one type of crop, and that is a genetically mutated corn which really grows everywhere, literally everywhere. The Heartlanders have to fight with this corn to keep it subdued, and it takes like nasty chemicals that make them really sick, and it's just not good at all. The Heartlanders also don't really have very much options in life, including the corn. The Empyrean government decide who they are going to marry, how much food they're allowed to eat, what their jobs are, and frankly, Kale's had pretty much enough of it. He does work. He works as a scavenger, sailing over the corn to find metal and things to sell to people, and he just can't seem to get to the top of the game. The son of the mayor of his town in Heartland always seems to best him. He's also terrified of losing his teenage crush Gwynny when they get selected to be obligated to the person they're going to marry, and he's angry at the Empyrean government for making him have to fight his whole life to have anything, while the elite lounge about in the sky and have great times. And as you can imagine, he starts to fight back. You don't know this because I'm editing, but this video is kind of blowing my mind. I'm having a really hard time getting my thoughts together. The book, let me see. I was interested in this book because I thought that it would have kind of a Hunger Games meets Red Rising type essence to it. And it does have like the bones of those books, but it, excuse me, it in no way lives up to either of them. Firstly, Kale was not a character that I really cared for. In my opinion, he's actually a bit of a jerk. He's not very nice to his dad. He's not very nice to his friends. And he has this kind of weird controlling aspect over Gwenny, who is his love interest. Like, she gets into this situation which she had absolutely no control over, and he is really mean about it. And he kind of blames her for it. It's really odd. There are secondary characters in it, but they seem a lot more interesting than Kale, but you never really get to know much about them. There isn't very much world building in this book at all. You're kind of just given this information and expected to go with it. Like, Kale's mother is really sick, and I would have liked to know why. Like, she's covered in tumors, and it's just never explained. It's hinted at that maybe it's because she went somewhere, but I guess if you read the second book, that would probably be in it. And how there was such a divide between the Heartlanders and the Empyreans is not explained at all, and I would have liked to have known that. I think that's a pretty big aspect of the book. Like, excuse me, I bug sprayed and now I'm choking myself. You do dislike the Empyreans. You're kind of like, there's no way you're going to take their side over Kale's, but I would have liked to have a bit more history about them and really understand what they were up to and why they treated the Heartlanders the way they did, because they really see them as less than human. That's really it. This book got a lot of good reviews, so I was kind of surprised, just judging from my personal experience with it. A lot of people gave it like 4 and 5 stars, but I don't see how. I was kind of more reading it just to get it finished, you know. Will I be continuing on to the next series or next book? No. And would I recommend it? No. I think there's better books out here that have that whole, you know, rise against the oppressive government and kick some ass while doing it. It kind of feels like nothing really happens in this book. They don't really go anywhere from start to finish, and then it just becomes really predictable. And like the climax, the ending, is just so drawn out that it just, you're just kind of like, get on with it already. But anyway, that's just my opinion. Yours might be very different. If it is, I'd love to know, or if you agree with me, I would love to know. So contact me as per usual. And until next time, see you on the flip side. No, don't. Until next time, Grev Moth for coming, and Slán.